Hello, it's Monday Makers. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Remblance. We have got a fun-filled week coming your way, really. We're going to kick it off with a fun-filled couple of hours. In fact, let's take a look and let's look ahead to what's coming up this week with the Crafters calendar, which is how we start off every Monday Makers, because there is so much to look forward to. We've put so much extra programming on because we know so many of you got extra time on your hands at the moment. So there was a Sarah special this morning. There's also Monday Makers is where we are now. Tomorrow, if you haven't seen it, the softer side of life here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Or 6 a.m. on the East Coast. That's followed by, may I say, an absolute stonker of a launch party tomorrow night. Myself and Leann will be here with that. It's going to be fabulous. There will be another Sarah special on Wednesday, but it will be with the lovely Debbie. Myself and Debbie are here with a Christmas bog off for you on Wednesday morning. And then Creative Cravings, myself and Debbie, What Am I Like, will be back for that 4 p.m. If you are here in the UK, or 11 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. Now, double helpings of Cartload for you. There'll be a preview at 11 a.m. on Thursday is that with you, Leann?
I think it might be.
Oh, and then in the evening, I'll be here with Sarah for the main event. Friday, Colour Me Happy. We launched it last week. Can I tell you what's going to be on it this week? I'm not sure. I'm going to tell you anyway. The aqua markers is what we're going to be looking at this week. Myself and Sarah, 11 a.m. if you are on the East Coast. 11 a.m. if you're in the UK, 6 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. The best of, a brand new show where we recap all the goings on of recent times here at Crafters TV. That'll be with myself, 11 a.m. Here in the UK, or 6 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. My, what a jam-packed week it is going to be for you here at Crafters TV. I'm not alone. You may have heard of. I'm ready. Leann's here. Leann, how is your Easter going? I can see you're looking fabulous.
Thank you, Joe. I have my Easter bonnet on today, and I'm channeling my Judy Garland. I expected you to be my Fred Astaire, and we could have been walking down the avenue wearing all of our finery, but there we go. So I've been wearing my Easter bonnet all weekend, Joe, and I've been eating chocolate, baking, and a couple of walks, and I've been making some bags and making some crochet hoop rolls and doing a bit of crochet. I've just been filling my time with crafty things.
Beautiful.
Wearing my hat.
I'm more Stan Astaire than Fred Astaire, it's been said, Leann. So, yeah, I mean, I won't tap dance for you. Now, I need to start off with a bit of housekeeping. Now, we had a very, very busy show this morning. With vintage lace, and the main collection that we had sold out. So what we've done is we had a lot of the individuals still available. So the guys over in the warehouse, some of them agreed to work overtime to put some of the bundles together again for you. So it is a back in stock message. I know a lot of you missed it this morning. There are, honestly, guys, handfuls of them available. I'm going to quickly whiz you through what you get included. I'll start with they are available in smaller collections as well. So we'll start with the metal die collection. In the metal die collection, you've got the Chantilly lace border. You've then also got in here the botanicals. You're going to get the beautiful kaleidoscope of butterflies, and you're going to get those vintage vines as well. Good for stock on the individuals, but it's the bundle with the extra gift that is very, very low in stock. Let's start here with Rococo frames. This is your frames and folder that you've got here. I'll start with Rococo frames because Rococo frames on its own should be $19.99. So it's only £20 for all three. So you can see how great the value is. You've then got this beautiful embossing folder, which is Venetian lace. We're going to be talking about holidays a little later, so that'll go down well. And then I'll use the joke once more because I only do it once a show. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. You've got your Baroque frames there as well, which are looking fantastic. So £20 if you want to go for those ones together. Then we've got a paper collection for you, which is gorgeous. Really colourways that I've designed to go beautifully with the collection. So you've got the Centura Pearl in the three beautiful pastely tones. You've then also got as well at the same time, you've got the linen cardstock. So exactly the same colours, just in a different texture, which is amazing. And then you've also got as well the 6x6 paper pad, 48 sheets there. Now, when you buy all three of those collections together, we give you an extra £10 off, which is fantastic. But what we also do is we give all of our Crafty Super fans 2 bonus gifts as well. So you're going to get the rub-ons and also the satin ribbon. The only way to get those and the way to get the best value is to go for that. Very limited stock, and I would say you need to probably be going for that in the next 10 minutes or so if you think you're going to, if you want to get your hands on it. Now, Leann, looking ahead to this show, what are you looking forward to? It's pretty jam-packed, isn't it?
Honestly, it's got some of the best things through this whole show. When I seen the list, I was like, oh, but I love that, and I love that, and I love that. So I've picked a few of my favourite little samples up to show you. And actually, a few of them to start with are with this amazing vintage lace collection, which you can see here. Look at these fabulous little easel cards you're able to make with that Baroque frame. And then look at here with the papers and the butterflies and the little embossed bits. Here's the one with that larger frame you can see there. Here's your cut and emboss folder, which looks fantastic. So we're going to have a look at vintage lace, Joe, and I adore that. But then we've also got these fantastic layering stamps and dies. Now, if you haven't had these before, then you need these in your life, especially when they're on a really good deal. Look how vibrant, look how 3D, look how dimensional these are, look how different they are. I mean, that just looks like printed pop art, and that's laid with our quick dry ink pads. And I know you were loving the quick dry masterclass that we did, and I know you've been loving the quick dry bundle that you were getting on Saturday when we're doing the best of. So if you got those, you need to get these stamps and dies because they'll go with them perfectly. We're going to do those, and then my top tip for you to rush ahead and get as quick as you can are these fabulous stamps and dies. These circle sentiment ones are truly exquisite, where you can see you've got that lovely sentiment going round in a circle, and then each one has its own little stamp to go inside. If you're struggling on how to put a card together, if you're struggling with how to communicate a message to somebody, these are absolutely perfect for that, and they're a little bit different and a little bit special. So I would recommend those for you.
A very, very fabulous show coming up. Okay, let's dive in then and show you. Before we do that, I do want to know, Joe wants to know, this week we talked about dream holiday destinations. So let me know in the comments what your dream holiday destinations are. You can let me know over on Facebook as well. And then maybe a little bit later, I'll show you some of my holiday snaps a little later, and we can have a little look together and talk about maybe where we want to go on our next holidays. It's so funny because you would imagine now you're thinking, well, come on, Joe, we're all on lockdown. Now you're rubbing in about holidays. It's actually ironic because the subjects that Joe wants to know, I decide them in, like, I do a load of them at once, basically. So I didn't know we were going to be on lockdown. Then I thought, oh, should we take it out? And I thought, do you know what? It'll be a nice bit of escapism for a few minutes, something to look forward to, look back on some of our past memories as well. So we'll do that. I know Leann's got a few photos that she's going to share with us a little bit later in the show. Oh, now, there's so much in this show, I almost forgot about the Monday Mega Deal. How could I forget? Now, the Monday Mega Deal is something we only hold for 24 hours. We bring it to you every Monday. It's always amazing value. And this week, we're looking at the Nautical collection, and it's over 40% off that you're getting. So it's £20 if you're in the UK. It's $27 if you're in the US. So it's a really lovely collection of bits. So what you've got here is the Baker's Twine. You're going to get some dies in here as well. You're going to get the Grand Shell, and this is a really lovely big die that you've got there. We're also going to give you porthole windows. You've got aged rope, and we're going to give you an embossing folder as well. That is this one here, the Ocean Wave. So you've got great value there. It should be $37.95 in the UK. However, it's £20, and it's down from $51.75 in the US down to $27. So you're saving £18 or $24. Very, very busy for that already. A lot of you were pre-ordering on that and had got that before the hour. Now, something that we launched just on Thursday was Crafters Inspiration. Now, a couple of different ways of you getting this. It is UK only at the moment. You can either go for it as you would normally, get the box magazine, and you can also then get the birthday party stamp and die collection for $19.98. Now, just the stamp and die collection should be $19.99. So we take a penny off, and we give you the brand new magazine. That's one way of getting it. Now, if you want to go for just the magazine on its own, this is very, very exciting. So for the first time ever, we're launching Crafters Inspiration in a digital download. So go for this one here. What happens is we'll send you an email link to download it, and that means that you can have it on your computer, you can have it on your phone, can have it on your iPad, you can watch it on the loo, you can watch it on the train, you can read I should say, and you've got all of that. And all of the goodies that normally come in with Crafters Inspiration, we will post those out to you separately, so you still get all of that, all of those great crafty goodies in there as well. £7.95 if you're in the UK for that one. Now, a lot of you have been asking me over the last sort of days and weeks about envelopes and how to do envelopes, and we say, yeah, we'll bring it to you. We'll bring you the enveloper again soon, and we'll get someone to go through it with you. So today is the day. I know Jan just this morning was asking about it. We've got it back on the show for you. So it's the envelope box creator scoreboard with the Centura Pearl and the tape pen. So it's you're going to get the baby blue Centura Pearl, you're going to get the old gold, you're also going to get the tape pen, and you're going to get the envelope box creator as well. And it makes, I think I'm right in saying, thousands of different sizes. So do get that. It's a great price there for you, £18.93 if you're in the UK. Oh gosh, there's so much in this show. Now, we launched these, was it last week? And they were so incredibly popular, and we know how much Leann loves her colouring, so we thought we'd bring them back again for you. So do you want to be able to create wonderful things like this? Well, you will be able to when you go for the calligraphy starter kit. What we've done here is we've worked with real renowned artists. Go and give them a follow over on Instagram. This one is Winterbird, and you've got everything you need. You've got all of the inspiration, you've got all of the pens that you're going to need, and you've got the sort of worksheet, if you will. So you've got something to get you started on there. So there's that one. Are you really interested in design? That's an upside down corset, isn't it? There we go. I know my corsets. Do you want to design, whether it is maybe you are in architectural drawings, those kind of things, then this one could be great for you. It's the concept design discovery kit that we've got here. We've worked with Cameron Bacchus on this. You've got some of our classic markers, art liners in here, inspiration, and you've got some worksheets in there too. Maybe it's manga. Now this is something that is very, very popular. We've worked with Nicola Yao on this. Nicola is a video games designer, and she's put this kit together for you. So you've got 6 pens in this one, all the inspiration you need, and you've got those worksheets in there as well. They're all £11.99 or £15.95. Let me just come back to the other ones that we've got here as well. So maybe it's watercolour that you're into. How gorgeous is that? If you want to become a watercolour artist, then Bonita Malby is going to guide you through exactly how you're going to do that. Again, you're going to get 6 pens in here, all the inspiration and the worksheets. Creative colouring is another one. This is Cara Aldridge that's put this one together for you with our classic markers and art liner, and you've then got as well all of that inspiration in there. I think it's fair to say the mandalas were the most popular when we launched them the other day. They've got such great sort of depth to them. Baz Fernall's put these together for you. Go and find him on Instagram. Again, you've got that there. You've got all the inspiration that you need. You've got tri-blend marker pens within that one. And then finally, Tatiana Kuvaldina's put together the illustration discovery kit for us. This one's actually in the lead at the moment, very busy for this one today. Don't forget as well, these I think are screaming out for you to send these to someone else. So as with everything here at Crafts Companion, you can pay for it, we'll send you the bill, but we could actually ship this to someone else. So maybe it could be a great care package for a friend, a daughter, a granddaughter or grandson. So now I know how much of a fabulous colourist our Leann is, so I'm going to hand her over to you to go through them, and I'm going to pop into the comments. So any questions that you've got, do let me know, and I'll put them to Leann as we go through. Over to you, Leann.
Well, I absolutely adore these discovery kits, and I've picked, I know you shouldn't have favourites, it's like a favourite child, isn't it? But I've picked mandala because I am absolutely blown away by what Baz has been able to do with these 3D mandalas. And from a relatively fat drawing, That's because I've been eating too much chocolate over the weekend. From a relatively flat drawing, how you're able to make that really 3D and pop. And I think the techniques that you learn from this mandala kit are the perfect techniques to take you on all of your alcohol colouring, even into the illustration and the discovery and the other one on there whose name I've forgotten, and it'll come back to me in a second when we have a look at it. So I've got all of the bits out, and I wanted to just take the leaflet and go through with the markers what you're going to do at home when you get this home yourself, so you can see how easy it is if you've never done this before, how the kit itself is going to take you through and lead you the way. So when you first open it up, it gives you information about bars. Of course, we all want to know about Baz. He's a bit of eye candy as well. Let's just make a little nod to that right there. Sorry, Mr. C, but Baz is. And then it tells you about your tools as well, which we've got here. So it tells you about your alcohol marker, your tri-blend, which is what we're going to be using. And it also tells you about your art liners that we've got in there as well. And then it tells you about some simple blending techniques, which you've heard me talk about time and again. It's exactly the same. And then it takes you on to the step-by-step. So let's just fold that over. Now you get 3 different colour combinations in the kit. You get your 2 art liners that you need there. You get a 0.5 millimetre and a 0.5 millimetre and a 0.3 millimetre basically. And then you get your 3 colours of tri-blend in here. So you've got your coral blend, your light green blend and your true blue blend. And you can just choose which colour you particularly like. I think I'm going to use coral today. So first things first, it says to me, imagine a light source. So I'm going to imagine my light source is right here. And you see I've got a piece of scrap paper underneath. Always recommend that you have scrap paper underneath when you're working on alcohol colouring. It's really, really important just to stop it all pooling and bleeding everywhere. So have your scrap paper underneath, and I've indicated for myself where my light source is going to be. It then says using the 0.1, let me just see if I can find that's the 0.3. There's the 0.1. It says here, using a 0.1 outliner, draw the lines that are facing the light source, and then with the 0.3, draw the lines that are facing away from the light source. So you'll follow your instructions and do exactly as it asks you. So here's my 0.1, and you're just tracing over the top now. So you see there's my arrow telling me where my light source is. It's my little visual reference to myself. And so I've got my 0.1, and I'm just going to start drawing the lines. I'm going to need my glasses. Hang on, where are my glasses gone? They're here behind us. Honestly, it's no fun when you start getting old and you need glasses, Joe. Do you need glasses yet?
Oh, I wear contact lenses, yeah. I've got glasses all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, and I think my prescription needs changing because I tried to type something on the computer at home the other night and I got a bit, I couldn't see it basically. So I think it might have been the wine though. I don't know. I had a glass of wine at the time. Loads of you got these already. Evelyn saying that she's already ordered the mandala. Kerry says that she loves the enveloper. Can't wait for that. Julia also loves the circle sentiments and dies. Loads of you saying hello and letting us know where you're tuning in from, which we love. Catherine's in Maryland. Ellen's in New York. I was just talking to Leann about going to New York maybe in the new year. Donna from Virginia. I can see Shirley's here in Canada. And also Donna here in Virginia too. Would you say then with these, Leann, they're good for pretty much everyone as a taster? A beginner's going to be able to use these?
Yes, and if you've been scared about trying alcohol colouring or other bits and bobs that you might have tried before, if it's just all been a little bit intimidating for you, even when you watch us explain it to you, and you haven't wanted to invest in a lot of pens to maybe have a little try, these discovery kits are perfect because they're really affordable. You get some of our best markers. You've got your tri-blends, you've got Classique, you've got your art liners, you've got illustrators, you've got our aqua markers in here, you've got some of our metallic brush pens in here too, you've got your art liners with brush nibs for all of your lettering techniques. You've literally got a little bit of everything in our full range, and then you've got all of the expert tuition in the form of those leaflets from world-renowned fantastic artists and illustrators who are at the top of their game and the top of their field, and they're going to help teach you how to get the best out of our phenomenal and fantastic product for at just a small price. So I think it's a really good introduction and a start, and certainly I think a confidence builder, Joe. If you've been a little bit nervous, if you've been a little bit intimidated, and we all are when we start something new. I remember the first time I picked up a crochet hook, I was mortified. How was that going to happen in a sewing machine, trying to get that to go in straight lines? I thought I was on some kind of Formula One racetrack. We're all a little bit intimidated when it's something new. So to do something mindful like this, not be intimidated, but get everything you need and the tuition, I think they're fantastic for that reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I've got my 0.3 liner here, and what I just want to explain is, notice we talked about 0.1 was on the lines which were facing the light source, and 0.3 was away from the light source. I just want to explain that when we get here. Do you see this one here? So this is facing the light source, but as it comes underneath, this is away from the light source. So this is where you use your darker line down here underneath. And this is how you start to build up that shadow and shade. So the darker lines go underneath, the thinner line goes above. And that's what gives you your light and shade. And you can even start to see, as I just put those lines on there, that it's already starting to build up that 3D look and feel. So it isn't just the top of the image gets all of the thin lines and the bottom of the image gets all of the darker lines, because actually as we do it down here, it would be the reverse, because the thicker lines will be at the bottom away from the light source here in the reverse, and the thinner ones would be above it because that's facing towards the light source. And that's how you'll get all of your 3D dimension. My biggest top tip for you with this is, do not rotate this as you go around, because you'll forget which side had your thin line and which side had your thicker line. As you rotate it around, you'll get them all in the wrong place. So keep it still, keep it facing your directional light source, and then draw your lines in without rotating that. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole thing because that'll get a little bit boring. Now the second thing it says is, you can now apply your flat colour everywhere, and then according to your light source, start building dimension. And it also says, remember to leave white space because that's where you'll get all of your shadow. So I'll remember to do that. Just decide which little bits are going to be white and which bits are not. So I'm going to start just filling in with my lightest colour, making it solid everywhere. And I'm just going to do a couple of these. Because you'll get the idea and you'll see how easy it is with your tri-blend as we go around. So I'll do that one, I'll do that one. I think I'm going to leave those I'm going to leave this little bit here white. Yes, I'm going to leave that little bit in the middle white. I think that'll be nice. So I'm going to put my lighter down here. I think I might leave that white as well. I'm going to colour that in there and there. And I'm just going to decide as I go around what's going to be coloured and what's going to be white. And you can, practice. You've got these all pre-done for you, and then you can even start practicing drawing your own mandalas as you move on around them and see how much easier it is. And take your time, don't rush into it as I'm doing. Decide on which are going to be your little white areas and which are going to be your coloured areas, and leave those standing out. So once you've got those, the first lightest colour down, and you would do the whole thing, then we go and take our darkest colour. And what you do is you put in your shade, and remember where your light source is here, then you put your darkest colour in where it's going to be darker. So remember, our light source is coming down, so it's going to be darker at the bottom of this little circle here. So we put our darker in. So put that there. And I would recommend with alcohol ink that you work on a couple of little areas at a time, that you don't go in and do everything at once, because your alcohol will dry, and when you've got dry alcohol ink, it does not blend as smoothly or as beautifully as wet alcohol ink. So you see I've got my dark in, and then I'm going to put my dark in here. So you see I'm working at the bottom of everywhere when I'm doing this, because I've got my indication of my light source up here, and this is a brilliant way of teaching you where and how to work with light source and get that 3D even dimension everywhere. So I put that one in. Now I've got my middle colour, and I'm just going to blend my darkest up into that first layer of light that I've got there. You see how easy that is? Happens magically in front of your eyes. The quality of the marker is exceptional. And I'm just doing little circular motions around the edge of that dark, bringing it back up into that first layer of the lightest colour that I did. You see in the smaller areas I don't do the little circles, I just do the little zigzags because all I'm doing is blending the edge. Do the little circles here. So this is just with the medium colour, bringing that dark one out into that first layer of the lightest colour there. You can see there. And then what I do is I go back to the lightest colour again and I bring that medium out into that first layer of light colour. Gives me a nice smooth blend, really effortlessly. There we go. And you can see that it's already starting to build that beautiful 3D dimension in the mandala there, helped by the thin and the thick black lines, and then learning how to do that smooth blending. And you would keep that all the way down. Can I just show you very quickly one thing that I want to show you here? As we come down here, when I say you keep that to get the 3D going, if you imagine down here now, here, can you see I've got the darker at the bottom here and the lighter at the top? You would do it in the opposite way down here because the light is streaming down. So if I just do this one, and I just want to show you this because I think it'll perfectly demonstrate what I mean by keeping your light source in the same way. So now the light is still coming down, so it's lighter at the bottom of that little leaf rather than at where it is there. Do you see what I mean? So you keep doing it down. So now your darker goes in the opposite direction to what it is there. Do you see what I mean by that, Joe? I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
I know, I'm following.
Good. Thank goodness somebody's following. And then the medium goes there, and then you go back to your lightest. So you just keep the light at the top of everything you're doing. You don't copy what you did up here. Always keep that visual light source reference in place. And when the full thing gets all coloured up, you're going to have beautiful creations like this, where you can see you've got all of that beautiful 3D dimension in here. Look at that, truly, that looks like it's popping off the page. Look at this one, absolutely gorgeous. There's one there, look at how that light's falling down. Absolutely glorious, really. And this one is one of my absolute favourites. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So you're going to be able to do that. That's just with the mandala one. But I've got lots of samples here, Joe, with some of the other kits. Would you like to see some of these?
Oh, I'd love to see some, please.
I just had time to show you one there today, but there is so much more you can do with all of these other fabulous discovery kits that you've got. So here you can see, here's the illustration one with those fabulous macarons. Do you like a macaron, Joe?
Oh, I love a macaron.
I love a macaron, and I like them from that posh French shop.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Green. Oh, is it
Which
Laudray?
one?
Laudray. Is it called Laudray?
Ladurée.
Oh, see, I can't even say it.
I went to it in Belgium. I went to the one in Brussels. It was delicious.
Oh, amazing. I just love them. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're fabulous. That is from the illustration kit again. This one is from our manga. How fabulous is that? This one, when not upside down, is concept design. Look at that. I mean, you're going to be able, look at this one. You're going to be able to do this is creative colouring, and you're going to be able to, there's another mandala, you're going to be able to do this yourself at home, and look at the light to shade there, and that's what I mean about going light all the way. I mean, it just truly is fabulous, gorgeous. And then look here, all of this you're going to be able to do. When you get these kits home, you're going to build your confidence and become a real expert colourist, so that when you want to extend your kits and you want to get more of the markers, you're going to be able to be confident and be able to achieve beautiful results like this.
Gorgeous, really, really lovely. And maybe a lot of you for a long time have loved the idea of colouring and really want to get into it, but just haven't found that starting point. I think this could be that starting point for so many of you. Let me just run you through again all the ones that you're getting. Oddly, illustration and calligraphy, very, very busy in this hour. Lots of you multi-ordering. Don't forget, we can send these somewhere else for you if you wish. So if you know someone maybe that deserves a little care package, what a great way to give someone something to keep them busy for a really great price. So manga and comic is one of your options. You also have, we get them around the right way, there we are. You've also got concept design, which is great. I can see sort of teenage boys being really into this. You've also got their calligraphy is the next one. This one here is illustration, one of the busiest ones in the show today. Blended Mandala was the one that Leann was very kindly taking us through. This one here was very, very popular. We bought it to you the other day as well. This is the creative colouring. I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with this. And then the watercolour. This has got the aqua pens in it. If you want to see more of the aqua markers, myself and Sarah on Friday, Colour Me Happy, we'll be looking at this in more depth, but maybe a great introduction to that range. Now, I can see loads of you commenting away here on Facebook. Hannah's asking, are all of these in the kits? Or is it $11.99 per? It's $11.99 per kit, which is a great price. Hannah saying such a great tip about the light colouring as well. Loads of you saying hi from all over the place. Robbie's not happy. She was 30 minutes late. I'm going to slap you on the wrist, Robbie. Gwen saying, what did I miss? Sorry I'm late. The great thing is, if you do ever miss anything, don't forget that you can always catch up on our website. And also, that's the best place to watch and shop at the same time. Take a look. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. I'm not sure who that guy was. Anyway, we're going to come back. I asked you on our social medias channels, so if you don't already, make sure you pop across to Facebook and like our social media, Crafters TV on Facebook. Also, you'll find us on Instagram as well. And we talked about, we do this thing called Joe Wants to Know, where we talk about, it could be anything. Me asking you, what's your one crafty product you can't live without? What your favourite sandwich filling is. This week, it was all about dream holiday destinations, and you have outdone yourself. Hundreds of you have commented away. One of you will win a $20 or £1 spend, by the way. Natalie has written in. She says, first Italy. I've always wanted to go since I was little. Then England. My dad's family is from Yorkshire, third generation American, so I'd love to see where I've come from. Anne says Maldives. When I lived in the UK, I went 6 times. Wowzers. Since living in Canada 13 years, I haven't been once, so I decided for my 60th, I'm going to, again, hopefully this crazy world will be better by then. I hope you get there. Mimi is saying, I'd love to go to Newton Aycliffe for craftaganza. Good shout. I would also love to tour the English countryside. We'd love to have you, Mimi. Amanda as well. One more for now. Las Vegas. Got married there. And next Friday will be my 15th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary for next Friday, Amanda. Do you know what your dream holiday destination would be, Leann?
Do you know what? Anywhere where my family is, Joe. That sounds really corny, doesn't it? But I think if I was going to choose somewhere, for me, if I was going to be selfish and say, I really want to go there, Nashville. I really want to go to Nashville. I want a Stetson. I want cowboy boots. I want a denim skirt. I want to sit in a bar, listen to music and drink rum and coke all day. That's what I want to do. And I want to go to the Grand Ole Opry. And I want to go to the Bluebird Cafe. I mean, I just want to relive the whole Nashville TV series, but me being the star and cast, and just walk up and down the streets, and I want rhinestones everywhere.
Sounds absolutely fabulous. I don't know what mine would be. At the moment, it changes a lot, doesn't it? At the moment, I really like the idea of going overland from Zagreb in Croatia to Athens, and passing through like Serbia, Macedonia, Montenegro, lots of Croatia, all those sort of Eastern European countries, all the ones that we don't go to very often. I think it'd be really fun. So that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, now looking forward, still so much to come. I'm just hearing how busy all of those discovery kits are, and also the vintage lace. I know I reminded you of it a few minutes ago. It is going very, very quickly. We have a fraction of the amount that we had compared to the earlier show. The Monday mega deal, don't forget about this as well. A great deal in here. You're going to get 3 die sets. You're getting the embossing folder and the twine. It's very busy for that. £20 in the UK, $27 in the US. That's over 40% you're saving there. Lots of you were very excited in the comments for the why can I not say this word? Envelope. It's very easy to say when you think about it, but it's one of those, if you don't think about it, it comes out wrong. Now, the Envelope Creator scoreboard with a centre of pearl and tape pen. Here it all is. It's quite a phenomenal deal. Consider you're getting all of that for £18.93. And you're getting 2 card packs free, basically, when you buy the Envelope Creator and that tape pen. Keep commenting. Keep letting me know about your dream holiday destinations as well. And any questions that you've got for Leann, do get them in. I'm monitoring the comments over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. Now, I'm going to hand you back to Leann. Leann, for anyone that's not seen this before, how do you even begin to describe it?
Oh, well, so imagine an envelope, but thicker. And that's what it means by an envelope box. So it's being able to give gifts in a gift box that looks like an envelope, but it's also about making custom size flat envelopes for all of the different sizes of project that you might be working on at home. And I don't know about you, but certainly me as a crafter, I make, for example, lots of little unique, here we go with this little oval one here, little unique different sizes of card. I don't want to be restricted to the 6x4, 5x7, the standard size of envelopes that you get on the high street. I want to make lovely little creations that are perfectly sized for me and what I want to do and send. So having an envelope box creator allows you to create envelopes and boxes at all of the different custom sizes, thousands of custom sizes specific to the project that you've made, rather than being stuck to a specific size base or a specific size envelope that you can buy on the high street. It's one of those tools that you don't realise you need it until you've got it, and then you wonder how you ever lived without it, truly. Now, you get an amazing set of instructions with it, as you can see here. It's very, very detailed. Sarah's hand, she's wrote all of these instructions herself and done all of the photographs every step of the way, so you can see exactly what to do. And then in here, you've got all of your sizing grids. And you can see that we've got our flat envelope sizing grids in centimetres. We've got our 12mm depth. We've got our 18mm depth and our 24mm depth. And then for us who like to work in inches, us old school, we've got the exact same grids again, but in inches for you. So you've got inches for a flat envelope. You've got inches for a half an inch envelope. You've got 3/4 of an inch envelope and an inch envelope. And then the coloured grid is fantastic as well, because what this does is show you the white grid can be made from A4 or US letter size. The blue grid can be made from 12x12, and the yellow grid would need you to secure a larger piece of paper or card. My top tip is go and get reasonable rolls of wallpaper from the DIY store and use some of those amazing papers that you can get to make your envelopes at these larger sizes very, very reasonably. I can always be found in the DIY store rifling in the wallpaper bargain bucket to get fabulous paper to make my envelopes with. Right, I'm going to work on inch sizes because I'm of the age where that's how I roll. I'm not one of the new cool metric people, no siree. And then I'm going to have a look here to see what it is I'm going to make. Bringing it down so you can see it, I do beg your pardon. So I think I'm going to make a 1-inch envelope. I want to show you how impactful it can be when we make the deepest one. So if I go to my 1-inch envelope here, and I want to use some regular A4 paper, so I'm going to do a 5x4 envelope. What this little bit of the grid here tells me is I need a piece of paper or card, which is 8 1/4. And actually for your 1-inch envelope, it needs to be a cardstock, not a paper, for it to hold its shape and for you to be able to put something inside of it. I need 8 1/4 inch square, and I need lines D and F on my board. So I'm just going to close that up and keep that as a little reference for myself. I'm going to bring my guillotine in. And I've got a piece of this lovely, we got pale blue card in with this envelope board, didn't we, Joe?
And the old gold as well.
And the old gold. So I've just got a piece of the lovely pastel blue here to make the envelope. And I need my leg out. Not my leg, the guillotine's leg. That wouldn't look very good if I had my leg out, but you know what I mean. So I've got the leg out on the guillotine. And then I'm going to cut this to 8 1/4 inches square. Now I know it's already 8 1/4 inches because A4 card is. You would trim that if you're in the USA and you're using your US letter size, because that would be 8 1/2 and you'd need to trim 1/4 inch off. But if I just show you there, that way you can't see, I'm hiding it from you, beg your pardon. Bring it down, there we go. We can see it's already at 8 1/4 there. So I've got my 8 1/4 square piece of cardstock, so I can move my guillotine out of the way. And then I bring my envelope box board in. And remember what I said when I said I'm doing a 5 inch by 4 inch card. So I can see I come down the 5 inch across the 4 inch. I need my 8 1/4 card, which I've got, and I lead lines D and F. And that's all I need to remember, Joe, D and F. Okay, so I look on the board here. I've got my locators at the side. You always start your first one in the first step. And then you go up your steps depending on how big your envelope, on how deep it's going to be. So you start on the bottom one and then you go 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch. So you just choose which step you're going to go up. That'll become obvious in a second. So can you remember which lines I needed? D and F. So I go up my alphabet here. I find D and I come down and I score D. When I score D, what I do is I rotate that, and on the opposite side, I do exactly the same again. So I do the same line on the 2 opposite sides. So I score D. The other line I needed was F. If you remember, I had to remember I needed D and F. So now I put it into the same spot on the locator, trace up to find F. There's F, and I score F down. And I do exactly the same on the opposite side. So I keep it in my little locator there, make sure it's always nice and straight in there, trace up, find F, score down. Okay, so they're my first lines in place now. Now what I need to do, because I'm making a 1 inch deep box, is I need to count up my inches. So this is a flat envelope, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch. So it's in the final little locator there. So I go up to 1 inch, and then I remember that this was F. So I go to do F again, score my F line, and then do the same on the opposite side. So locate it into the top one, find F, score down for F, and then we do the exact same. What was the other letter I needed? D. So I'm putting it up here and we score down to D. So I'm just remembering those 2 letters I needed and doing them on the opposite sides. It could not be easier. All of the hard work has been done for you in the distance of these lines and in the distance of these steps, so that you can be confident that this will just go together effortlessly. You then take your scissors, and what you need to do, can you see here? I'm just going to lift it up so you can see. Can you see these tiny little triangles here? They're going to get snipped out. So we're snipping them out. The size of those will change depending on the size and depth of envelope box that you're doing. So I'm snipping these out. There we go. And I do it on all 4 sides. And what I can do is I'm going to do this, and then if we've got time, I'm going to show you how to do a flat envelope as well.
We've always got time for you, Leann. A few people in the comments, Shirley being one of them, and also Christine, got the board but lost the book. Now, what I'd say is probably give customer services an email, see if they can help you out.
It's on the website.
Oh, is it there?
Yes. The tables, all of those tables are there. It's just in our download section. Just go along and get it. We just put it on there for you to help yourself too. So if you just put, if you just search for it in the search bar, it should find it in the download section. If you can't find it there yourself, if you need it before customer services reopen, that's what you would do. If you try and you can't, then obviously Joe's suggestion of customer services, they'll just show you how to get it. They'll talk you through it. But it's on the download section for you just to help yourself, the whole table.
So yeah, make sure you grab it. Sonia says she was concerned before she got hers, but took the plunge anyway, and it is truly easy, she said.
Yeah.
And Robbie's ordered it as well, which is fantastic.
It really is simple. So now I've took out all of those little notches. What I do is have, this will be the bottom of my envelope that I've got facing me here. So just to make my little glue tabs, I just take my scissors and I snip up to that next score line and stop. And then I do the same here, and I go snip up and stop. Okay, so that's made my little glue tabs. You can see that there. And then I'll rotate 180 degrees and I'll do the exact same up here. Now I'm going to leave them on for now because I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you can put this together, and then you can choose. All right, so that's my envelope box now all ready to be glued together. So the next thing you do is just fold and burnish all of your lines. And I'm just going to do this really, really quickly.
Why do I always want to say buenas noches when you do this envelope box?
I don't know.
When you say the notches, cut the notches
out.
out.
The notches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Yeah.
Is that good evening or?
I think so. All I can say is, sorry, only English. Lo siento, sol inglese.
Okay.
And donde es la baña? Where's the toilet?
Oh, okay. Very good.
Oh, and also when I was little, I learned on holiday dos colas sin hielo, which means 2 Cokes, no ice.
Oh, fantastic. Very good. I can't do any of those languages. I can do a little bit of French, like hello and French, but actually a little bits of Chinese now.
Really?
Traveling.
What can you say? Go on, get the world with some of your Chinese.
So Chinese, let's say if you're out for a meal and you want to say that the meal was really lovely, that you've enjoyed it, that it was very nice food, you'd say hao che, which is good food. If you want to say that this was a good drink, you could do hao he. Hao means good, so how good drink. So when you're saying hello, ni hao means you, ni is you, right. So that's you good, which is hello. So it's quite an easy. Once you get the sounds, then it's not too bad. Xie is thank you. I have to say though, you have to get the tone right, because some of my Chinese colleagues were laughing at me once because xie, thank you was also, I was calling them a horse because I didn't have me intonations quite right. But my favourite one, Joe, and you're going to love this because it's your namesake, is by Joe. Right. White wine.
White wine?
Yeah.
By Joe?
By Joe.
White wine?
And...
maybe that's what my mum named me after. By Joe.
By Joe. And then if I want tea, then that's cha. So if I want white tea, that's by cha. You can do how cha for red tea. So it just goes on, actually. The words are just interchangeable. So you learn little bits and bits. And if you want to say you're welcome, that's pukachi.
That's what?
Pukachi.
All right.
I think my pronunciation isn't very good. If we've got any, Chinese native speakers, they're like, what is this woman saying?
Is that Mandarin? Is this Mandarin that you're
It doesn't
talking?
sound anything like I understand. But I try my best. Because when you're in a different country, I think it's nice to try and speak the language to the people who live there. I think it's the respectful thing to do.
I'm fluent in menu in Italian. I can do menu in Italian. I used to work for many years in Italian restaurants, so now if you give me an Italian menu, I'll decipher that for you.
Oh, fantastic.
That's about the limit of it, though, I'm afraid.
So what I've done is I glued I'll just show you at the top here. I put the glue on my little flaps and I've glued them inside for the bottom of my envelope there. And then what you do is you just run a little bit of glue along these pieces here. And this is what's going to glue your... get it in the right place, Leanne. There we go.
Do you know if these deeper boxes can go through the mail, Leanne? Do you have to check?
I think check, but I think the 3/4 of an inch one goes through the mail, no problem.
Because a jiffy bag goes in the mail as a regular letter, doesn't it? So they can't be that much wider than a jiffy bag.
Absolutely not. So there we go.
Definitely check.
That's glued together. Now you can choose whether you want to keep those 2 little flaps at the top there, to keep your gift and card inside, and then use that to stick and seal your box envelope if that's what you'd like to do with your inch depth. Or if you don't want to, you can chop those off. It's entirely up to you, and then you just put your envelope together like that and glue it. I like to keep those little lugs in, honestly, because I think it really does add something a little bit special. Now, your vintage lace, this 6x6 paper pad is absolutely perfect. I'm going to grab a little piece. Perfect size that if you wanted to line your envelopes, you can.
Wonderful.
So let me just show you what I'm going to do.
I just need to let you know though, Leanne.
Okay.
You know, I said that we had deep stocks of all the individual bundles of the vintage lace. I didn't realise how busy it was. I'm sorry. The paper bundle has sold out. So the only way to get the 6x6 would be to go and grab it in the main bundle. So in the main bundle, don't forget, you're getting the cardstock in the 2 textures, the 6x6 as well. You're going to get all of the frames and embossing folders. So you've got two different styles of frame and your embossing folder as well. You've also then got in there your other dies too. So let me just whiz you through these really quickly. So you've got your foliage here. You've got two types of foliages. You've got your vintage vines and your botanicals. You've got your kaleidoscope of butterflies, and you've also then got, oh, that way, you've got your Chantilly lace border as well there. So you've got all of that. And when you go for that, you also get the rub-ons and the ribbon as a free gift. The paper's sold out on its own. You can get the dies individually, or you can get the embossing folder and frames individually, but you won't get these two gifts, free gifts when you go for that. And there is only literally a handful of stock left now in the vintage lace as well. Sorry about that, Leann, but I just wanted to get in there before any more of it sells out. I wish you could see that. Do it again and we'll cut back to you. I was like, Leann?
I was
like
doing
a little
something.
crafty meerkat over there.
I was doing something on the floor, Joe. Nothing to see here. Okay, I was getting something ready to show you. What I just want to do is show you what I've done to line my envelopes. I've got a beautiful piece of this vintage lace paper that you were just talking about there from the 6x6 pad there, Joe.
Yep.
And then to show you how I've cut that to size to line my envelope, all I did was with my 6x6 piece, I lined up the corner of my envelope box with the corner of my 6x6 paper, and then I just took my scissors and snipped up the side to take the two sides off, okay, and then I just snipped along there to get that off, and then I ended up with this, which is such an easy way of getting the right size liner for your envelope. And that's with either your 6x6, your 8x8 or your 12x12 pretty papers, whatever you want to do it with. So then what I would do, now that I've got that right in the right place, is I would just put some of my tape pen. Oh, look, I've got tape pen on here. Oh, it's that messy Sarah. She's left it like that. That wasn't me. I'm sure it was.
She said what?
There's that messy Sarah leaving us tape pen on here.
Oh,
so it's sticky.
Is it a dotty one?
Yes, she hasn't cleaned up after herself.
Definitely
Look,
Sarah.
Yeah, it's definitely. She's not here, we can blame her. And then you slide that inside, and I just like to offset it down a little bit, just to get that in the nice place there. So just offset it down a little bit, stick it in, and then just fold those two lines over again to get your creases in place. And when you fold those over, that means you've got a beautifully lined envelope box now. So it's as beautiful inside as it is outside. And then what you can do is use one of those fabulous frames that is in that vintage lace collection.
How very nice.
And make a beautiful panel and then stick that on there. Look how gorgeous that looks, that beautiful blue card that's coming in with your envelope box. And then imagine cutting a couple of butterflies. You can post it if you want, but it's just nice to be able to give a gift.
Emma's asking, what's the best glue for the envelope box? Is the tape pen strong enough if it's going to go through the post?
For a Crafter's Companion, if it's a Crafter's Companion tape pen, yes. If it's any other tape pen, I can't vouch for that. The reason I say yes to a Crafter's Companion tape pen is because I tried 25 glues before we landed on the correct one that we wanted. And so I know that it is the strength of a wet glue, but in a tape pen. So if you are using a Crafter's Companion tape pen, then you can do that with confidence. Wonderful. Would you like to see a flat envelope? Have we got time or have we not?
Yeah, we've definitely got time. Carol's messaging. She said, I worked in a Chinese takeaway when I was a teenager. The only thing they taught me to say in Chinese was hot water.
Which is shui.
And I'm not sure.
Shui is water. Shui is water.
Maybe Carol was getting in hot water, or
maybe
they needed hot water in the kitchen. I'm not sure. Let us know, Carol. Get back in touch in the comments.
Maybe. Right, now then, so we've got here, we're going to do a flat envelope this time. And for a flat envelope, I've got my big 12x12 card, so I can do a nice big envelope here if I want to. So let's say I wanted to do an 8x8, because a lot of us, you see us making a lot of 8x8 cards here at Crafter's Companion. It's one of my personal favourite sizes, Joe. And everybody always says, how do I even send that? Well, the answer is you get an envelope box and you get a 12x12 paper pad and you make one.
I've had another question here as well. Carol, same Carol, also says, watching Leann making that, I wonder if you can die cut the perforated opener from the precious memories at the top and then glue the flap closed.
Oh my word, Carol.
Is that a great
job
idea?
In product development, you are a genius.
That's a great idea, isn't it? Thanks
oh
for that,
my
Carol.
word, that is a fantastic idea. Really it is. Now, I'm just looking here. I'm not very good with the 5/8, so you, Joe. Do you know where
With
a 5/8 is? 5/8.
5/8.
You know when you have to do something with 5/8?
It's just over half.
Is it?
Just over half, 5/8.
Are you sure?
Because 4/8 would be half, so 5/8 is just over half.
Would it? Oh, thank goodness for you.
It's one notch over half, that will be.
Thank goodness for Joe, because I couldn't have worked that out. Right, so I've got my little ruler out here, and I've got my piece of 12 by 12, which I have to cut down now to 11 5/8 by 11 5/8. So I'm going to be 11 1/2 and one more. Is that right, Joe?
One notch, yeah.
After the half.
After the half, yeah. So you'll have half, and then the half is divided into 4, so you'd go 1 over the half. One little notch over.
No, the half's divided into 8 because it's 16ths.
Do you want...
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just. Can you just
Can I
hold
pass
it
you
up?
my guillotine?
Just pass
I'm going to
me the
hold it up
guillotine
for
out,
you.
and then I'll.
Holding it up. Here. Is it 2
Inches.
notches, Joe?
No, it's the one big notch.
One big notch.
Yeah.
One big notch. Thank you, Joe. It's a good job he's got his contact lenses in. So you could see
teamwork
that.
makes the dream work.
Oh, look at that. 11 and one big notch. And now I understand. Thank goodness. Honestly, I was no good at maths or measuring. It just everything's like about that size in my world. So I don't stand cutting. Really, I was going to say something else there. I'm pleased I stopped myself just in time.
Don't get us on the non-binary kittens again.
I stopped myself just in time. So I've just trimmed my piece of paper down, and then I'm going to follow exactly the same format as I followed before, but I'm just going to do it on the first notch because it's flat. So I need L and L. So I've got my piece of paper cut to 11 5/8 to do my 8 by 8 envelope. Here's my L here. So I score down L, and I do the same on all of the sides. And just be careful not to push too hard when you're doing it with a paper. Just make sure that you gently score all the way. And so I'm doing 4 sides with L because I needed the same measurement because it's a square all the way around. And then all I do now is fold this in.
Could you do this with vellum?
Yes, and it looks amazing for wedding invitations.
Because we've got that, that Lily 12 by 12 pad. It's on the website. It's back in stock, and they've got printed vellums in the back of there. They would look gorgeous done like this. Yes, they would
look amazing. Now then, there you go, and there we are. You can stick that down. So you have got the perfect 8 by 8 envelope to send your larger cards.
Fabulous.
That could not have been any quicker or more easy, could it? With your beautiful 12 by 12 papers. Imagine doing that with the card, with the papers that match inside, and then do a little bit of matting and layering. Get your panel on the front. I pushed on a little bit hard when I did my scoring there. You can't see that, can you? Pretend that didn't happen. Nobody's seeing, nothing to see here. Nobody's seen that. You won't do that at home. Do a nice little panel, or just write on with a nice solid marker or metallic marker, and then you can post that. So you can do your flat envelopes as well as your envelope boxes, which you've seen here. And then lined beautifully as well with that 6 by 6 paper pad.
And lovely when you've used the paper pad in the actual card and you pull the design through into the envelope as well. It makes it really special. Carol was saying she'd love to work in product development. Maybe she can send you a CV. And then also she said, they had to shout through for hot water for puddings and rice. Good to know you weren't getting yourself in hot water, Carol. Now, something else that's on the show, I know Leann and I couldn't believe the price on these, which are the circle sentiments that we've got on the show for you. This is what they look like. I'm going to take you through some of the samples that you can use. Now, what's so great about these is that you've got the dies in here and all the dies that you need to create mats and layers, and you've got a focal point in the center there, and then you've got the stamp here which you can then stamp into the central die to give you the little character as well. So they're super versatile. However, they're half price today. They're £3.99 in the UK or $6.47 in the US. And they're all individually priced, so you can go through them and pick out the ones that you want. Let me take you through the options that you've got here. So what you've got is, the first one you've got is With Love, which is this one here. So you can see really beautiful, simple cards you're able to make with these, but really, really effective, which I think is great. If you're a new crafter, if you've got the Gemini Mini, you're going to love using these through your Gemini Mini. Other than With Love, you've got Thank You, which is this one just here. We then have another option, which is Special Friends, which is lovely. We've got, I love this one. Special Friends is very popular individually. Congratulations. for all you Cliff Richard fans. We've then got With Sympathy, which is this one just here. It's really something for every occasion in here. So Sorry is another option. You've got Feel Better. Maybe someone's feeling a bit poorly, a bit under the weather. I love that that's got a dingly dangly on it. That's not what it's called, is it? What's it called? What's that called, Leanne?
A spinner.
Oh, a spinner.
Is it dangling or spinning?
Dingly dangly.
Is it attached top and bottom, or is it just spinning?
Spinning.
It's a dingly dangly if it's only attached at the top.
Okay. So it's a spinny dangly.
It's a spin.
So there's that, and then this is my favourite. This is my favourite one of all of them. Caroline has done this from the design team. But look at that. That's a fairly small card, but how beautiful that is, and it's just a very simple Z-fold concept with a little bit of green glitter there, just using those dies. It looks really, really gorgeous. So maybe you're thinking to yourself, I do need to treat myself to something. I need to, inspire my crafty mojo, but I don't want to break the bank. When $3.99 to go for those, which is absolutely fantastic. And they're all just priced individually, so you can go for the ones that you want, which is it's wonderful. Shall I share with you a few more Joe wants to know? Should we do my pictures? Should we do all of the pictures? I'll do mine, then get Leanne to do hers as well.
Oh, okay.
So we talked about dream holiday destination. It really got me back to thinking about dream destinations that I'd been to before, dream holidays that I'd ticked off the bucket list. So the first one here, I wish my hair was that long again. This is me and my friend Philip, and this is us in the wine regions of South Africa. So I think that was in Franschhoek or Stellenbosch, and that was a vineyard that we were staying on. It was absolutely gorgeous. This is one of yours, Leanne. Where's this one from?
This is Clapham Common in August last year, when we went to the Madness Festival.
Oh wow!
House of Commons.
That's what the hat's all about.
That's
then.
me and my husband. We're all about the madness right there. So that's my husband, Mr. C, in the back with the orange t-shirt. Me, my son, you can see there, and his girlfriend Annie in the front.
Oh, that's a lovely picture.
It was amazing. We had all of Annie's family were there. We just had the most fantastic day. Madness were amazing.
Oh, I love Clapham. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This one is where I was on Rottnest, and that is a quokka that you can see there, and they're a cross between like a mini kangaroo and a rat, I guess, and they're little marsupials, but you only find them there, you don't find them anywhere else, and that is my friend Jason. We were cycling all around Rottnest. It's off the coast of Perth. Where's the next one from, Leanne?
Oh, this was in Kefalonia. And there's a theme, isn't there? There's my son and his girlfriend there with me and my husband. It's all about family for me, and Greece is where we always choose to go. If we're really stuck, we just adore. I could go and live in Greece. And this is the Melisoni Caves in Kefalonia, which are underwater. So you go into like underground through all of the rocks, and then you come out in the caves in a boat, and it's open to the air, and it's the most beautiful aqua blue. It's unbelievable. So that's Peter, Simon, me and Annie again. Oh,
that is beautiful. The next one is me at the Dead Sea with Nigel, who you might recognise if you're in the UK, from Crate and Craft there on the left. His partner Alan, Joachim, my friend David. It was very, very strange. It was the most surreal feeling. There's a few of our holiday snaps. Do you want to share a few of your holiday snaps with us? You can do that by emailing us studio@crateandcraft.com. I don't know about you, Leanne, but if I'm having a bit of a day, like especially at the moment because we can't really travel, I do love sitting back and going through all the old holiday snaps. You can really sort of warm yourself up a bit, can't you?
Honestly, you can. So for Christmas, I received a photo book from Peter and Annie. And actually, all those photographs that you've seen from me were all in one summer. We did everything in one summer, and it was just amazing. And they sent a photo book with all of the photo things of everything we'd done all through the summer. And it just fills my heart with gladness. And when, like you say, when I'm just feeling a bit, I get that out and I look through, and I just brings a big smile to my face. It's lovely. I love it.
How gorgeous. When I went travelling, I bought a motorbike and drove through Vietnam about 4 or 5 years ago from one end to the other, and I videoed it and I turned it into vlogs, and sometimes I just go back and watch those back, which are really lovely. Anyway, enough about a holiday and thinking about all the places we're going to go to when we can travel again. We need to crack on and do, the royal we. Leanne needs to maybe do some more crafting, so I'm going to hand you back over to Leanne. I'm going to keep going through these comments. Remember, any questions you've got whatsoever, do drop in and let me know.
I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to be able to use those fantabulous circle, sentiment, dies and stamps. They're my top tip of the entire show that we've got for you, because they're so usable, so easy, so versatile, and they just make things look gorgeous, and they're a little bit different and unique. So I've just got a beautiful piece of Centura pearl here, and I've got With Sympathy, I've got With Love ready, I've got Good. Should we just do a Good Luck one, Joe? Let's do a Good Luck because it's open, why not? So I've got the Good Luck circle die there, so I can pop that in, and then I just build up my sandwich. I was looking for my place. This here is the universal language for where have my plates gone, and I'm trying to Harry Potter levitate them back to me so they jump in my hand. I do it all the time. I spend my entire life walking around like this. Where's the thing that I've lost? Okay, then I build my sandwich up over the top. Is that the right one? Yes, that's magnetic. And then just pop it through my Gemini Junior. And in fact, actually, I need to check, but I think that, it might be a little bit too big for the mini. I'm going to check that for you to see if it will, or whether you would need to put it through your Junior. Okay, so I've run that through. That has cut for me in a matter of seconds, and it is cut absolutely beautifully. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Let me just get a piece of white, just dropped it, fingers and thumbs. Let me just get a piece of white cardstock so I can show you the quality of that cut there. Look how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Now, there's one of two things you can do right now, depending on the card project that you're working on. What you can choose to do is to, let's just say this was on a half fold card. Just making it up as I go along, guys. So there you've got a half fold card, and not even a half fold. I want to chop that in half. And of course, you won't be as slapdash as me. You'll measure and cut your cards perfectly. But there we go. There is a half fold card, and I'm popping my sentiment on the front. And I've got some other bits and bobs going. I'm keeping it nice and plain and simple if I want to make a lot. What you could do is just take the stamp, is stick that down, take the stamp and just stamp it inside if you want, and not worry about layering it up. But if you don't want to do that and you do want to layer it up, you've got a myriad of other dies in here. You've got little stitched edge circles. You've got a little zigzag circle, so you could do all of your lifted up matting and layering. And then you've got a lovely horseshoe stamp in here, and you've got the perfect die to cut it out. So if I just show you that on some white card, I've got my little rocker block here. So I'm going to pop it on my rocker block, and I've just got a quick dry ink. Just going to open that up. There we go. And I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to rock that onto a piece of cardstock that I can cut out. That'll do nicely. Let's rock that on there. There we go. So I've got a beautiful stamp on there, and then I can take my little die, and I'll need my repositionable tape. Where have I put that? Here it is. Come back to me, repositionable tape. Where's the end? Here's the end. Just getting that off there now. Oh, this is where having nails is really helpful, isn't it? There we go. A little bit of repositionable tape just to keep that still. Take the little die that matches, line it over, so you can see that there. Great. And then we just keep that still, and then we run that back through our Gemini Junior with the same sandwich that we ran through before, and we can cut that little shape out if we want to. So you can build up your matting and layering in here. You can cut out and colour your little stamps. You could stamp it in the middle of the circle if you want to. You can, honestly, the possibilities are absolutely endless for such a reasonably priced little kit to be able to have, look at that, to be able to cut your own, stamp and cut your own little toppers out. Colour that in with your markers, and you can 3D that in the centre of there if you want. But actually, if you wanted to give it some more detail, don't forget you've got your little stamped edge circle that you could use. Should we cut them? Do you want to see them cut? Do you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to find some cards. I wanted some different coloured card down here because I needed to stand. I'm going to have a bit of blue and a bit of something else. Let's find. It doesn't matter if they don't all go together. There's a bit of brown. I just want them to be a contrast, so you can see the contrast. Where's my scissors? This is the language for scissors. There we are. There they go. You see, it works every time. I just wave my hand around and I find the thing that I'd lost. So
I like working on TV because a lot of the time you just put your hand out on TV and then things appear.
And things come.
It's
I mean, it's just so easy, I know.
Carol has talked about her favourite holiday was a cruise from Honolulu, visiting the Hawaiian Island. Now this sounds like my cup of tea, right up my struzzer. Then sailing the Pacific to Vancouver, I went for a snorkel near the ship one day and a huge turtle climbed on my back. The passengers who had paid to go on the trip to see the turtles didn't see any. That makes me think
Can't turtles be quite vicious?
I believe so.
Can't they be quite snappy?
I don't know. A friend of mine went to Uganda on a trek to see the gorillas. And one day, he went out on one of the treks and it was really, really hard, and it was like 5 or 6 hours of mountainous trekking, and they saw gorillas and stuff, and it was really magical. And the next day he was just so tired. He's probably in his maybe early 60s at the time, and he said, you know what, today I'm just going to stay in the camp. I'm going to have a rest day today and go out again tomorrow. Everyone went off on this 10-hour trek, didn't see a single gorilla. He was sat on the veranda of his tent reading a book, and all of these families of gorillas started walking through the camp.
Fantastic.
So he'd seen them all. Everyone had been out all day, didn't see a single one.
Amazing. How amazing. Right, so I've cut the other 2 dies that you've got in there just to show you everything you get. So you've got your good luck, surrounding good luck there. Then you've got this fabulous stitched edge circle, which is the perfect size for inside. Then you've got this fabulous little scallop blue. Do you see, to build up your mat and layer? Look how fabulous that is. This is all in the one die set that you're getting for $3.99, Joe. And then we've got that lovely little stamping die that goes together, so you can build up and layer these, and you can colour that in with your markers. That's how we're getting all of the effects that you're able to see on those samples that Joe showed you, and that is how easy they are to use.
Yes, really, really great. Very, very busy. Lots of you are going for these. Just to let you know as well, today is the last day for triple points. So Club Inspire members, you can get triple points on everything across our whole website, but only until midnight tonight wherever you are shopping. So if you're on the West Coast, you've got a bit longer. Now, if you're new to us here at Crafts TV and you're unsure what Club Inspire is, here's all the details. But just to let you know, there is a slight discrepancy in this video, and the shipping, free shipping cap is now at $100. So just do bear that in mind. With everything that's going on at the minute, certain things are disrupted. So do look at the website for full deals. But here's the rest of the details from Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of Club Inspire. It's completely free to join as well. So even if it's just your first purchase, absolutely why wouldn't you? And if you purchase anything today, remember, you've got those triple points. It's very rarely that we actually do that, so it's a great day to grab them. Now, something that you saw this morning was vintage lace. Now, the large collection this morning totally sold out and went. We've moved some of the individual stocks around in some of the smaller collections, and people in the warehouse are working overtime to rebundle some of them. However, we've managed to bundle a fraction of the amount that we had in the earlier show today, so you'll need to grab them in the hour. If you're watching this show back afterwards, definitely check the website for the stock situation. However, I would imagine it's probably gone. You've got that's the whole large collection. I'll take you through through the smaller collections. So if we firstly look at the dye collection that you've got here. So what you're getting is the Chantilly or Chantilly?
So I say Chantilly. Do you know what I want to do though every time you say that?
Chantilly lace
With a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in your walk.
So I had a cousin of mine, and when she was like 1.5, every time you sung it, she used to move her shoulders.
Did she?
It's hilarious.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
the Chantilly lace border is what you've got there. So that's fantastic. That's coming included in the dye collection. You've also then got in here as well a couple of foliage dyes. So you've got your vintage vines, and you've also got your botanicals. Now the botanicals I think would work fabulous as an underwater scene if you were looking for underwater foliage, if you wanted to use it like that. And then the kaleidoscope of Schmetterling or butterfly if you've got it in English. And the great thing is about this, 3 different sizes. So you use them individually to create a scene or build them up on top of each other to create something fabulous. And all of the edges of their wings are cut separately. So it means that you can either manipulate the outside edge to add texture or actually lift the inner wing up to add texture. Lots of options there. Frames and borders. Now, with the frames and borders, let me show you. Oh, hello. Oh, a bit fingers and thumbs today, aren't I? Let me show you with the frames and borders, because the Rococo frame, which is this one just here, that should be $19.99. Check out your price, £20. So for a penny more, we're then going to throw in there the Baroque frames and also the Venetian lace embossing folder as well. So that's one individual collection. Now, we did have a paper collection. Oh, no.
Oh, I feel the Bee Gees coming on. I feel like, is it Steps or the Bee Gees or both?
Tragedy.
Yeah, that
when the
one.
stock has gone and we got no more, it's tragedy. So basically, but all that I was gonna show you the paper collection and the freebies as well, but it's gone. So if you want it, you can only go for the frames and the folder, or you can go for the dies. That's all we have left, I'm afraid. Crafter's Inspiration as well. I'll just quickly give you a heads up on that. Now it's the new one, the brand new one that has launched. So it is Crafter's Inspiration 26. And also what you've got, so you can go for Crafter's Inspiration on its own, and this you can get with a digital download. So you can watch this on the loo, you can watch this on a track, but you can read it on the loo, you read it wherever you want. I joke about reading it on the loo, but a lot of people sit on the loo and read, so I think that's a pretty fair statement. What do you think, Leann?
I don't read on the loo.
Do you not use your phone?
No.
No?
That gets left out of the loo because, like, you need to wash your hands before you touch the things again. I'm a bit freaky with the hand. Nothing in the loo other than me. Everything outside of the loo is kind of where I am on that one.
My dad used to take the paper with him into the toilet and would stay in there for a good half an hour, 40 minutes. Would sit
quiet,
there,
isn't it?
Would sit. I think that's what it was most of the time. Anyway, if you want to get this as a digital download, you can, and it's for the first time we're making it available. It means we'll send you a download link via email. You can have it on your computer. I know we're joking, but you can have it on your phone. You can watch it on your You can read it on your tablet as well. You'll still get all the goodies you normally get. We'll send you those separately in the post. Or what you can do is you can get it with the birthday stamp and die together. So just pay for this, and basically we'll give that completely free of charge. Now, for anyone that's not seen Crafter's Inspiration or not had it, Leann, what do you think? What are they missing out on?
Oh my word, it is truly inspirational. So what you get here is none of the big fillers and adverts that you get in all of the big glossy magazines, and you get a phenomenal amount of fabulous freebies in here as well. So you can see in this issue, in issue 26, we've got this fabulous modern chevron texturized embossing folder in here, and that's a full size 6x4. You've then got one of our fabulous layering engraving dies where you get this beautiful layered engraved effect that you can use with all of your inks, or you can colour it in, specifically put it on acetate and colour in with your alcohol markers. Looks amazing. So you've got that in there, and then you've got a whole range of stamps. I need to get a piece of white card or something so you can just see that, because actually this is one of our Annabelle Spenceley stamps that you can see. I'm going to take it out of the packet because you can't see for the warning, and I want you to see it, Joe, because it really is gorgeous. And we've got the little anti-suffocation warning on there, which is interfering with being able to, there we go, with being able to see the images. So you can see here, You've got one of our fabulous little Annabelle Spenceley stamps on here. You've got your balloons, you've got all of these sentiments that go together. You can colour those in with your watercolour, with your alcohol markers, anything you like, your sparkle markers if you want to. So all of these products in here are good quality, of the minute products that we would be selling in our recent and up-to-date launches. So, you know, that's not just horrible, found it in a bargain bucket, sticking it in the magazine for you. This is really good quality of the minute, and it's about trying our products as well for people, Joe, or giving gifts. And then you've got this fabulous paper collection in here. Look at that one. And then toppers, look at the toppers. So you've got the coloured papers and the toppers that all work together beautifully, and it smells divine, and it smells, you can tell a good quality scrapbook paper by how it smells. It's a lovely matte feel. It is proper scrapbook paper that you've got in here, not glossy magazine paper. This isn't something that we've printed cheaply while we did the magazine. This is good quality scrapbookiness that you've got to be able to make all of your cards. So they're your freebies that you've got in there. And then the magazine is just absolutely full of inspiration. If you're struggling, if you don't quite know what to do. I mean, look, just on that one page, it says Think Ink. And Nicole Bretherick, who is one of the most talented crafters I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and knowing and calling a friend, has done here a fabulous collection where you can see we're using the little Annabelle Spenceley, we're using some other stamps and dies here, we're using that layering and engraving frame, here she is here. Lots of different inking techniques, inspiration for your mojo, just on that one page there that you can see with our aqua tints. And then you've got all of the step-by-step how-tos. So not only can you see something you like the ideas of, but you can also get the step-by-steps as well. And look here, we've got all of the inspiration for those free papers that came in your bundle and how to use those is really fabulous. You've got some of our design team making a little show here to show you what they would do with it. We've got our Sarah doing a lovely feature and talking to you about what's been going on in her life. See her down here on the one show with Peter and Matt and Alex there. And then we've just got more inspiration as it moves on, more DT members. Oh, look, there's the Discovery Kit. So here we've got a little bit of information from Cara, who did one of our Discovery Kits. And here's our gorgeous Fiona Clayton, who has the best skin and hair in the craft industry. She really is. I've got skin envy when it comes to our Fiona. Showing you how to use some lovely edgeable dies there. Here's Pauline, again, one of our DT. And there is, oh, look, me and Sarah on a scrapbook page. That's one of my favourite photos of me and Sarah, that. Isn't that lovely? And just loads more inspiration. So it's lots of tutorials, lots of inspiration. Oh, and there's something from me showing you how to do Father's Day. So you've got all of the craft experts here from Crafters Companion and our DT members. And it really is just about inspiring you. I've got a quick something ready here just to show you how easy it is to use those freebies. I've got a little tent fold card, which is my favourite style there. And then on a piece of watercolour card, I've just used our aqua tint inks, which you see me use on the show the other week, similar colours. And I've just splashed 3 splotches on and then splashed my paintbrush at it to get those little splotches. Looks fab, doesn't it? And then I've got a piece of black card. I'm just going to use my tape pen, mat this on top of there. Could not be quicker and easier. And this is how to get a really quick and impactful card as well. And then this is going onto my little tent fold card. So that's just getting laid up on there. Yes?
Sonia is saying she really wishes she could get the magazine in the US. Am I right in thinking that the magazine is through HSN in the US, or am I making this up?
I think it is, Joe. Yes.
It is. I thought it was. I think
it is.
My understanding is that the magazine Crafts Inspiration is exclusive to HSN in the USA. So whilst it's not available for you to purchase directly in the US, you should definitely pop along to HSN and see what the situation is there. Don't forget as well, Sarah will be coming up on HSN this week. There was a 3-hour preview that myself and Sarah did on Friday. Loads of lovely stuff. But also, there will be, Sarah will be doing a little bit on the HSN Facebook page, going live in about an hour and a half. So it'll be 7 p.m. here in the UK, which is 2 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. Oh, I'm getting good with these time zones now. I mean, I've been here over 2.5, I've been here like 2.5 months, but I'm finally getting there.
Wow, is that how long you've been here, Joe?
2.5 months.
Wow.
It's flown by, isn't it?
It has flown by, it really has.
It doesn't feel like I've ever worked anywhere else though. It's really strange.
Well, we've known it. You know, I was just talking to my husband about this actually, and I was saying, do you know what? Joe and I have known each other, I think, for 12 years now. You know, from previous lives. And it was when you used to be a kooky guest.
I started my previous job 11 years ago, so that must have been when I met you. It must be 11 years ago.
There you go, then 11 years ago. And where has that, never mind the 2.5 months
funny how
here.
it all works out and how you end up?
It really is, because we hit it off straight away. And most of the cooking gadgets in my kitchen, Joe has sold to me in a previous life. And I used to message him regularly and go, what about that one?
I mean, that one.
I like that one.
Do I need these pans?
Yeah.
How many sets have you got now? Yeah, I've got 3 sets. No, you don't need any more pans.
Honestly, terrible. But the best thing...
You'll have to come round and look at all my kitchen gadgets when we get off lockdown.
I love a kitchen gadget, Joe. Honestly, I do. I love a kitchen gadget. The best one you ever sold me was the Actifry.
Yeah, that's still great, isn't it?
The best one. Anyway, so what I've done there, we digress again. I did my little black mat and layer there, and then I cut my little layering engraving out of some same black card, and I've stuck it on top of my Aquatint Splash with the dotty tape pen, so it's nice and flat. And then I've just got my little sentiment there, and I'm going to put it on a jaunty angle this time across there. I did it in a straight line, but you know, if you're making a whole little set to give to people, just vary it, put it up here, put it down. You've got a lovely little pack of cards there, and that's just using one of the freebies, and the sentiments in there too from the magazine. So just to remind you again, your free gifts are that fabulous chevron, modern chevron folder, that fabulous layering engraving die that you've just seen there, the sentiment and you, so you can do thank you if you want to. You chop the S off the thanks, and then you've got thank you or thanks, so that you've got lots of versatility there. You've got that, and then you've got this fabulous set of stamps, which has got all of our recent releases on the Annabelle Spenceley, the little balloons, all of those fabulous sentiments, little bouquets of flowers you can pop in her hands, a little handbag you can pop in her hands if you want to, little birthday cake, a present to put them beside her feet there, if that's what you want to do as well. Gorgeous stamps in there. And then of course this amazing pack of quality scrapbook papers that you've got in there as well. And then not forgetting this amazing feast for your eyes, which is this fabulous photo frame. And I adore this, Joe, because you get all of the dies in here and the stamps to be able to make a customized frame and put your own photograph of your loved one inside, and then decorate it all the way around. And then you get the little, look, you get the little corner pieces. Can you see that there? This die here. You cut that in, this frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've got the perfect little slots to pop your 6x4 photographs in there. So that can be a gift, that can be removed and kept and put into a frame if you want for the recipient. These are amazing. You've also got that in there, which is just fabulous.
Oh, absolutely. Love that. You do too. Julia saying that she loves the die that comes with the magazine. Julia also saying she does puzzles on the loo. She has puzzle books that live in the loo, so she can, you know, sit down and do one, like a Sudoku or a cross-stitch puzzle specifically,
I'm all right
Julia.
if the puzzle book lives in the loo, because that means it's not coming out of the loo, and you're washing your hands before you come out of the loo. So if it lives in the loo, I'm all right with that. It's if it's in and out of the loo that I'm not all right.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I'm following. Pam, talking about holidays, says Antarctica and the Galapagos Islands were some of her favourite holidays. That's actually Pam Craven, which segues very nicely into our next segment, because Pam Craven is actually our Crafter's Companion ambassador this week. If you would like to be an ambassador, it's very easy to do so. All you need to do is just drop us a line via email, share with us one of your most recent projects even, to ccambassadors@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That's where you need to send it. I'll pick up the email personally, and hopefully we'll have a little video chat just as I did with Pam. Take a look. And this week's craft ambassador is the lovely Pam Craven. Pam, how are you?
I'm fine, Joe.
Good. So lovely to get to speak to you at long last. Yes, I know we've been trying to organise this for a while. You're one of our regulars over on Crafters TV. Yeah. Pam, what have you got to hand? Are you going to show us one of your lovely creations?
One of the ones I did is, I don't know what you call these. I asked Sarah to do one. It's a triple
Oh,
I call it a triple zigzag.
that's
Can you see
gorgeous.
that? Yeah, with all the and I did a little box to go with it.
Ah, fabulous. I love that.
Yeah, so it's with the foam flowers. I think the foam makes it look, quite delicate.
Yeah.
And then that's from the Christmas collection,
Oh, wonderful.
with the little fairy.
Lovely. How long can you remember what the first thing was that you ever made, Pam?
Do you know, I've been sorting out all our stuff while we've been locked down, and I've actually got it here.
Oh, wow. This is exciting.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. That's fabulous. That was the first thing that you ever made?
I made that at school when I was about 7.
Wow. So only about 20 years ago then, Pam?
Oh, yes. About times 3.
Okay, Pam, I ask all of our craft ambassadors this. We'll obviously get the coveted craft ambassador mug winging its way to
If I
you.
get it in time, be able to watch every morning, watching you drinking.
You will, whether you're drinking out your mug, be able to send us a picture of that. What are your top 3 crafty products that you couldn't live without, Pam?
It's difficult. I'm not going to say the Geminis because everybody does.
Yeah.
The big scoreboard, because that's what makes my boxes. Yeah. The scissors.
Oh, the scissors are fabulous, aren't they?
With my scissor bag. Do you know, that bag's been absolutely great.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I made the scissor bag to go with the 3 lots of scissors.
Oh, that's quite fabulous. I like that.
Yeah, and it holds all my scissors. And the other is the sparkle pens.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Sarah's going to do that next week. So.
Yes, sparkle pens will be coming up very, very soon. Well, Pam, it was an absolute pleasure to chat to you. I'll get the mug winging its way out, and I'll see you very soon, no doubt, over on Crafters TV. Take care.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
That was a lovely Pam there. So lovely to speak to her. We've been trying to arrange that for a little while. So if you want to be an ambassador, don't forget ccambassadorsatcrafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send that project into. Drop us a picture and we'll get back to you. Now, I know that the paper collection and also the large collection is sold out on the vintage lace. There is, however, still some of the die collection left, so the Chantilly, and you've also got the vintage vines, as you can see here, the botanicals, and the kaleidoscope of butterflies. So that is still available, and we've also got the frames. Oh, hello, the frames and folder left as well. So the Baroque frames, the Rococo frames, and also the Venetian lace folder. So do grab that. Stocks are very low there, but Leann is going to guide us through some inspiration with these.
I adore this vintage lace collection. So if you've got the whole bundle, congratulations. If you're after getting some of those bundles that are left, definitely do that, because 3 of my very favourite things are in those bundles. Chantilly lace, butterflies, and the folder. That embossing folder is the best embossing folder that has ever been created in the history of the world, ever. Bold statement, but it's true, and I'll see if I've got time to emboss it so you can see how amazing it is. Now what I've done is cut 2 of the larger frames ready, so you can see that there. And I've done it in that lovely pearlescent cardstock that came with, in that lovely colour tone. I've then chosen a piece of matching paper it can be from your vintage lace or from any other collection that you've got. And then I've got the matching perfect matte and layer frame die, also from that collection, to cut out my perfect frame there. So I'm just going to line that up to where I would want it, and I want to get in a little bit of that word there. I want to have that down the side. I want to have those little flowers peeking in, which I think will look lovely. And then I'm going to tape this down so it doesn't move. So I'm just going to do that on the bottom there a little bit, so just a tiny little bit so it doesn't grab it too much. Okay, so I've got that there, and then I've got my 2 butterflies, and I don't want them to move either because they always fly away when I'm doing it. I've got a lovely piece of that lilac pearlescent cardstock on there. I'm just going to tape these down at the same time. I'm layering these all up onto my junior plates, and they're all going to go through at once. So I've got all of my pieces ready. So I've got them all lined up. Just build my sandwich on top. There we go. Put my plates together, put that on there, and then offer that through the Gemini Junior. Now, while that's going through, what we're going to do is take one of these and fold them in half to make the back of a card. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So I've got a little example of that here. This is a beautiful little card, isn't it? And then on the back here, you can see a little half fold just makes that stand up for you. So it's very easy to do and it looks exquisite once you have. So all I would do is take one of these and then fold it down to itself. You can score it if you want to and burnish it. So I've got that in place. And then with my dotty tape pen, I take dotty tape pen around the filigree halfway up there. And then you can do it with your solid tape pen in the middle if you want, but for speed, I'll just use the dotty. Then I line this up. And because I've dotty tape penned on the filigree, when I line those up and stick that down, it will line up perfectly. And what that's done is make my gorgeous little card base for me. And you can see, you can't see any of the doubling up or shadowing there because I use the dotty tape pen. It's seamless and it looks gorgeous. So that's ready now for my matting and layering. So I've got my little frame that I've already cut out down here, look. And that's just coming out of my paper. There we go. So you can see that's come out and that looks lovely. The little bit that I've fussy cut there. So my frame's going back onto my little collection. And I'm going to use my solid tape pen to, oh, that one's empty. So's that one. By that Sarah Davies has been using the tape pens are good, hasn't she?
She's
been used.
the door,
honestly, sorry, I'll not say anything. Oh, she hit. All right, I'm not taking her name in vain. I'll be in trouble. She's been using all the tape pens.
She's getting ready for a preview over on the HSN Facebook page.
Putting my paper on here, so you see now by using that little frame, I had the perfect mat and layer to layer that up, and then I cut my two little butterflies out of here as well. And actually what I like to do is emboss them, Joe, so I'm just going to run them through with the rubber mat as well, because I think getting that lovely detail in there makes a big difference. So I'm just going to pop that rubber mat in and then run them through again.
Now, talking about all things HSN as well, I know we did the preview on Friday. A lot of the deals weren't yet live on the HSN website. As it's Monday now, all the deals will be live. So if you saw things in the previews that you had your eye on, you can definitely go across and get your orders in now. And then make sure you download the booklet. Yeah, and Sarah will be up in an hour and 20 minutes on the HSN page. So just to keep you right if you are in the US.
That's fantastic. It's so exciting to be going to HSN from our little craft studio here in the UK.
Not often you hear the words live from Newton Aycliffe.
No, absolutely. And honestly, I'm so excited. I'm just going to use this one here for now and for speed because I've got so much more that I want to show you. So I'm just taking this little butterfly out of the thing there. There we go. So I just use the little pokey holes, pick that out, that'll do nicely. And then I'm going to pull those up. You will take your I'll just give it a flick and weed out those little pieces. And then if I pull that up there, I'm going to use a little bit of tape pen, but I would in reality use some 3D glue. Pop the little butterfly on the corner there, and then all you would need to do is, and have the little wings flying up, is add a little sentiment on there if you wanted to. Joe, but actually I don't even think you need to. I think, you know, sometimes less is more, and I think that's really pretty, just using that frame to make a card base and then using some of that lovely paper. It could be any paper from your stash. These butterflies, if you haven't got the butterflies, top tip, get that bundle, because these are the best butterflies in the craft industry. There, look at it, gorgeous, and a good size, and you've got 3 of them in there.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Very, very popular, as they always are. Cheryl is saying, on a day of vacation, watching from Nebraska, happy to catch this live presentation, which I don't often get to do. She did say, happy to catch this love presentation, but I think that might be a typo. I want to just quickly give you a whistle-stop tour of all the deals that you've seen so far on this Monday Makers show. This one here is the Monday Mega Deal. So you've got that beautiful nautical collection. So you've got 3 die sets within this collection. You've got that wonderful Ocean Waves folder. It looks a little bit like hair as well, doesn't it, oddly? You've then got, it reminds me of a Highland cow a bit. I don't know why. You've then got that wonderful Baker's Twine there. All of that for £20, which is great value for money. The discovery kits, these continuing to be ever popular. Calligraphy and illustration, very, very popular in this show. Very busy across all of them though. Easy to see why, $11.99 or $15.95. I can see a lot of you are multi-ordering on these. A lot of you going for a few, which is a great idea. And don't forget, if you want to order them on behalf of someone else and have them sent to someone else's house, absolutely, you can do that. We can arrange that very easily for you. Envelobox is next. Now, this such still, after all these years, I don't think there's any product that's come out that gets anywhere close to this. It is an absolute genius item, and it's going to save you a fortune. You've got that with the tape pen included as well, and you're also going to get 2 of the packs of Centura Pearl. You're getting the old gold and you're getting the baby blue too. Crafters Inspiration, the brand new one, it only launched last Thursday. Very, very busy, and this is, you can get it here with that die and stamp collection, $19.98. It's a digital download now in the UK if you prefer, or you can get the magazine on its own. Now we're going to come back. You know how we bring you layering stamps and they're so popular? Well, we thought, how about layering stamps but also with a die as well? So let me show you this. So what you're able to create with this is, let me pop this down so I can see what I'm doing. So can you see here how the layering stamps all layer up? But then what happens is you actually have the die then that allows you to cut around that outside edge to give you something that's going to really pop from your project. It's going to give you extra dimension. You can lift it up with glue gel or foam pads. So you've got loads of different options. Now, talking of options, you've got 6 different options here. Let me just quickly grab my, I've got loads of notes about people's favourite holiday destinations, which is quite fabulous. But let me get this here. So if you want to go for the whole collection, absolutely you can. £58 if you're in the UK, or $77. Now, if you go for the whole collection, compared to getting them individually, you're saving over £30 or over $40, which is fantastic. If you do want to get a couple of them, then there's 2 for £20 or $30 there on the website. Let me take you through the options that you've got. So the first one you have is this one just here, which is in bloom. So you can see there, if I just angle it firstly there, can you see how when it's been die cut and then built up with a dimension, it's kind of hard for you to see on screen, I think, but it has a real 3D quality to it. This one here especially, Sweet Treats, look how it pops on that black background. And again, this is up to you. How you colour these up is completely up to you. Are you going to heat emboss? Are you going to do resist techniques on here? I think stamping is one of the most versatile sort of types of crafting because of the sheer amount of different things that you can do with it. Oh, afternoon tea. I'm looking forward to going out for afternoon tea when we're off lockdown. Oh, cake. I've got 1 hot cross bun left at home, people, and 1 bar of chocolate, and I need to get it finished tonight because, I mean, I was really good all week, and then Friday night, the carriage left the rails completely, and it's been back on today, but I feel like I need to just get it over with, rip that band-aid off, and then get back to it tomorrow. More delicious treats. Marvellous macarons we've got here. Macaroons. I always thought the two were the same. But a macaroon is a coconut one, isn't it? Yeah, and a macaron is a French macaron.
Some people call them coconut haystacks.
Coconut haystack?
Yeah.
I love macarons and macaroons. I'm not discriminating.
No, me neither.
Any runes you like. Vase or vase, bouquet, is another option we have. That's beautiful. And think about just using the floral element and building that up for a wreath, or actually making a sort of spray of flowers. There's lots you can do with that. And finally, you've got Perfect Posy in there as well. As I said, £58 if you are in the UK, $77 if you're in the US, or you can get them on a 2 for $20 or $30. It's completely up to you. Now, these are a pretty new concept. I haven't seen these demonstrated before, Leann, so I'm paying very close attention. I'm also keeping an eye on the comments as well, so any questions you might have about them, I'm here to answer them for you, so get them in.
Brilliant. I adore these because I love the effect of the layering stamps, the simplicity, Actually, they don't look very simple. When you see them put together, it looks amazing. But it's the 3D look that it gives them with all those different layers of ink on top. I think it looks exceptional. And then having the die so you can cut that out as a topper so you can create that yourself is amazing. So I'm going to use the ice cream and cupcake set. And I've got that here all stamped out on my board so you can see how easy it is to use. So you've got this one set of dies and stamps with this one, and it will create for you an ice cream cone or a cupcake, and you've got your dies that go with as well. And then you've got all of your different layers that you would stamp, and you've got layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, as you would expect from our layering stamps. So I've got my stamping platform ready. And I've got my set of dies here, my set of stamps, I beg your pardon. And then I've got all of my colours ready to go. So I've got here my quick dry inks. I think a couple of these are brand new box fresh, haven't been opened. So let's do that job first. Let's get the plastic off them. I've just noticed that. I didn't notice that before. There we go. Now, if you watched the quick dry masterclass that we did, I did you there, Joe, masterclass, or the masterclass, as I would say, then you need to get these stamps and dies, because the quick dry inks, and you've got the quick dry bundle. I know many of you did, because you were so thrilled at what you were going to be able to do. Then these stamps and dies would be perfect for you if you've already got those. If you haven't and you want to get both, then quick drying pads, of course, are available. So we're going to go with layer 1. So there's layer 1. And just in case you're wondering, we've always got on the bottom of the packaging, my top tip for you is keep your packaging, don't throw it out. Look, you've got an indication of how to build up the colours as you go along, from the light to dark, so you can work out which colour is going to go where at any one time. So we're going to start with my ice cream top here, and we've got the little right angles again, so you can layer it up. You can get it in the right place. Get it in the right place on your little crosshairs, so you know that you're going to get it in the same place every single time and get that lined up. So I'm just making sure it's going to be on top of my card. And then I'm taking my first colour of ink, which is going to be my lemon. So
What's your favourite ice cream flavour?
That's a good question. Do you know what? I love a coffee ice cream.
Oh, do you know what? We're the same. Coffee or pistachio?
Yes, both. Or both if you're getting a double cone.
Oh, that's what I always. Yeah. I always have a double cone. Me.
Now, sometimes I like a coffee ice cream with a cherry.
With a cherry.
With a cherry, like when you get dark cherry ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
I love a cherry ice cream.
Well, it reminds me of being in. Oddly, Italian ice cream reminds me of being in Australia. They're really big on ice cream there, and I've queued for 40 minutes for an ice cream before in Melbourne.
No way.
Yeah, people are mad about the ice cream in Australia. Also, when I was in Thailand, I had the one, where they scrapey one. Have you seen that one?
Oh,
where they chop it. Yeah, that one. That's interesting.
I have seen that. So I just did my second layer of colour there, so you can see how that's put the swells on. So that's number 2 layer of stamp in the same place with the next intensity of colour on. Notice every time I'm going back and putting my stamp back in the perfect place on my carrier, because it makes sure that I get the right layers in the right order. Now I'm going to go with, am I going to go Fryer Brown? Yeah, I am. Oh, that might be a bit dark. No, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it because it'll be. This is good. This is a nice coffee swirl for me and you, Joe. Look at this. Look at that coffee swirl. That looks gorgeous. Now, do you know what I do? There's a ice cream shop in Keswick, Joe.
Where's Keswick?
Keswick is in the Lake District.
Right. I've never been to the lakes.
Have you? Oh my word. Okay.
I want to go to that. I need to go to that kitchen shop that's there as well.
Yes, you do. It's fantastic. So. Once this madness is over, you are coming to Keswick to visit me in my caravan.
We've got a long list of things we've got to get done when this lockdown's over, haven't we? I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to be living in each other's company, Joe, by the time.
Sounds brilliant.
And now I've got my last layer here, and that's my sprinkles. So I'm having my sprinkles on here. Notice I'm putting my stamp in the same place on my platform every time, and then I just build up each of the layers with the different colours as they go along, and then I pop that back. Now I can
Christine
also
Mahoney is asking which ink pads you are using. She missed the bit where you covered the ink pad there.
Okay, I'm using Quick Dry. Quick Dry ink pads. Okay, so this one, I'm now going to do my cupcake case. So I'm just lining it up in my square again. Quick Dry, because these are photopolymer stamps, which are superior quality for taking your ink, and is absolutely perfect for doing your, for inking with your Quick Dry ink. It's much better quality than a regular acrylic, and so you're going to get the perfection, as you can just see there. That's the first layer of my cupcake wrapper, and then I've got the second layer of my cupcake wrapper down here. So, oh, is that layer? That says layer 2. Does that say layer 3? Where's layer 2? Is this layer 2? Oh, look at that! That's exciting. Oh, look at that!
Do you know the other thing I saw in an ice cream shop?
Yeah.
I've forgotten about it. I've just remembered. In one of the ice cream shops in Australia, they have hot running Nutella.
No
So
way!
it's warm Nutella, and it's like a chocolate fountain, but it's a fountain of Nutella. And then take your ice cream and they just run it under. And they give it to you. And the Nutella instantly hardens on the frozen ice cream.
Oh my word, I bet that is
so good.
unbelievable.
Can you tell I'm hungry?
I'm a little bit peckish as well, actually, Joe. Do you know one of my favourite, as you're saying that, one of my favourite episodes of The Vicar of Dibley ever is where she sticks her head in the chocolate fountain.
Oh.
Have you seen it, Joe?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I've seen the one where she jumps in the puddle. That's my favourite one.
Right, okay, so not only are we going to be doing all sorts together, I'm making you a viewing list as long as
Perfect.
my arm of things you've got to
What
start
else
watching.
is there? There's loads of things.
There's
on it.
loads of things.
So many things.
So here's my third layer of my cupcake case. There we go. So I've got that, and I could cut that out separately if I wanted, or what I could do is line them up and stamp them close together and cut them out in one piece. Entirely up to you. Now I've lost my dies that go with this set. I've been searching for them. I've been levitating. Could I? It's all right. I've got one ready cut out, Joe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
no, it's fine. I've got one done. So you've seen how I've stamped it, and then I've got one ready done here, where you line up your die, and then you could. Oh, ha! Here it is. Oh, hang on. Right, here it is. It was underneath. You see, I should have done me levitating thing, shouldn't I? Come to me, come to me. What I wanted to do is show you that you could have lined that up underneath there and cut it out as one piece if you'd wanted. However, I like to cut them out as two pieces, and then you can get that 3D dimension. So look, you've got a die there to cut out your cupcake top. You've got a die there to cut out your cupcake wrapper, so you can line them up. The little cherry on the top, look, you could do your separate little cherry on the top and 3D all of this up. And then if you didn't want to do that as a cupcake, you've got your ice cream cone die as well. So you've got all of the dies in there, as well as the stamps, to create fabulous, unique creations really, really easily and effortlessly. Okay, I'm going to move those to one side so I don't lose them again. Now I've just got a little card that I've made up, and I've just used some of our lovely shaped stitched edge dies, and I've done a little shaped easel card with some pretty paper on the background. Looks a bit like chocolate. And then I've done the same here with another matten layer, and then that's going to be 3D'd with a little bubble embossing folder on there and some little liquid pearls. So just use some 3D glue gel, lift that up so it's got some dimension in the centre there. And then I've got my lovely little topper, and I'm going to use some 3D glue gel for that. Pop that in the centre, and then here we have in the another one, the smallest of this little collection of nesting frames here is fabulous to create. This is why I don't like foam pads. There we are. To create a little stopper for you, so you can build up your easel. So that's going to be my little stopper just there. And then I've got a Let's Eat Cake sentiment, which also comes in this collection. And actually I'm going to have that there as a little standy up stand. And there we go. Really quick and easy to do. Now I've got a whole I've got a bow here as well. Look, let's not forget the bow. Now what I'm going to do, Joe, I'm going to take this photograph of this, and if you leave a comment on if you've left a comment on our show tonight, I'm going to go through and pick somebody to send this out to, and
Wonderful.
we'll post it out to you.
So all you need to do is make sure you leave a comment, and we'll get that sent out to one lucky
Now,
winner.
I've got a pile of samples here, Joe. Do you want to see some more
I'd love
samples?
to see some, please.
Because there's not just the cupcake you can make. There are so many. I mean, these are exquisite. Look, look, that one's stuck just there. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Got some. Now look at the macaron. How lovely are they? Very dimensional, very 3D. But look at that. This vase or vase with the florals in. One of my very favourites. I absolutely love it. I love them all. Look, they're all my favourites. Look at that. With the real pop art colours of the quick dry there. It looks like that negative, that, you know, when you interfere with the saturation and you get that really vibrant, I don't know the name of it. Oh, there's the difference there when you do the cone with the top of the cupcake and you get the whole cone flat onto your card rather than cut out. You can just stamp them flat if you want to. There's a whole circle of macaron in all of the different colours of your quick dry ink. If you've got your quick dry ink, then you definitely need to get these stamps, because this is the sort of stuff you're going to be able to, look at that. I want to eat that cake. And it's got our sparkle ink in the background. Oh, Joe, look at them all. You're going to have the best time stamping these and making creations. You really are. I'm going to show you one more. I'm going to show you one more.
They look like professionally printed images, don't they? That's what they look like. And I think it must just be all the layers of ink that you've put in that gives them that feel and that appearance. They look like professionally printed papers. I think they're amazing. Really, really fantastic. Now, one last recap. I need to give you a bit of a pen and paper time. Don't forget to get your orders in, and a lot of you now head over to our website. What happens is we see the numbers go down a little bit on Facebook, and then they shoot up on the website, so we know you've all moved across and started placing your order. So now's a great time to do that as we come towards the end of the show. Let's start with the Monday Mega Deal. And the Monday Mega Deal only lasts for 24 hours. So definitely make sure you order sooner rather than later on this one if you want it. Over 40% off. It's a wonderful collection. So you can see you've got 3 metal die collections in there, the twine, and you've got that embossing folder there for you. The layering stamp and die collection is what we just had a look at a moment ago. You've got lots of different options in here. So you've got the wonderful cake, you've got those macarons, the ice cream, the vase of flowers, and then you've got those 2 florals, Perfect Posy and In Bloom. You're saving over £30 or over $40 compared to the full price when you get them as part of a collection, £58 or $77. The Spectrum Noir Discovery Kits, very, very busy on these, as we knew they would be. The calligraphy and the illustration are very, very busy in this hour. I know previously the creative colouring and the mandalas were also very busy. These are just great as a little care package, a wonderful little gift. I think these would make great gifts. You know, when you just need a gift for someone, or you forget a gift, so you just have a couple of these packed away that because you could give them to so many people. I think that'd be a really great idea to have a couple of these just put by for that kind of thing. $11.99 in the UK or $15.95 if you're in the US. The Envelobox. This is such a clever product. And is going to be able, you're never going to be making a project and go, oh no, I haven't got the right size envelope. That's a thing of the past, and I bet for a lot of you that's something you say a lot at the moment. You can get the Envelobox today. Of course you get the booklet that comes with it. You're also going to get a permanent tape pen. They are stronger and way, way longer than others you find on the market. You've then got the old gold and the baby blue Centura Pearl paper packs within there. Well, not papers, card packs. The vintage lace as a whole collection has sold out and gone. If you're watching this show back afterwards, check the website for the stock levels. I don't believe we have any more, but it's always worth checking the website an hour or so afterwards. What can happen is sometimes people have got it in their basket, so it's sold out, and then if they close their browser down about an hour after the show, sometimes we get some pop back on. So if you did miss out on it, I would say wait and see if any pops back from people that haven't completed their transaction. Or what you can do is you can go for the frames and folder, which is this collection here, £20, which is great. Considering the Rococo frame should be $19.99, that's a great price there on that one. Or you've got the die collection now. You've got the Chantilly border that didn't tell you actually about the two the 2 floral dies that you've got there as well. Great for foam and for paper. You've got the 2 foliage dies, and you've got the butterfly dies as well. All of that for £30, which is fantastic. Don't forget as well about the Circle Sentiment dies and stamps that we've got for you. You've got 8 different options here. I'm going to quickly whiz you through them. So you've got Good Luck. You've also got Feel Better. Now you've got the stamps to stamp this part, and then all the dies to allow you to create the sentiment and the mats and layers around it as well. This one here is With Love. Really simple, this one, but so effective, as you can see as that opens out there. You have got So Sorry. There's Congratulations. Special Friend. Thank You. As well. Special Friend, actually the most popular one on the website. Now, thank you to all of you that put a comment on our Facebook page and in the Facebook live stream about Joe Wants to Know. The winner is Patty Coffle Phillips. And I do have her comment written down here somewhere, so I better find it, hadn't I, to read it out what she said. She said her dream holiday destination would be to go to Workington in Cumbria to meet her childhood pen pal from 1965, which I thought was very, very sweet. So there'll be a $20 or pound spend coming your way, Patty. You do need to drop us an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. prizes@crafterscompanion.com to claim that spend, so make sure you do that. Leann, when will we see you again? What's the plan for the rest of the week for you?
You will see me tomorrow.
Wonderful.
I know, I'm excited about that, for launch party.
Oh my word, what a show we've got coming up for that.
We have got the best show. I am so excited about that, Joe, like ridiculously excited I am. And then that's the last of me for this week, because I've got Mr. C's 50th birthday later in the week. So we're planning a virtual party for him. But whatever everybody's doing, have a fabulous week and stay safe, and I'll see you again tomorrow night.
Yes, absolutely. And I'll see you back here tomorrow as well. Don't forget, shows coming up all week. If you're watching in the US, get yourself over to the HSN Facebook page, because Sarah's going to be live there in an hour. Also, if you were waiting for all the deals to go live on HSN, I believe they are now live as well. So go get your orders placed. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.